congregation of the children of Israel traveled from the wilderness of sin, starting according to Yahweh's commandment, and encamped in Rephidim. But there was no water for the people to drink. Therefore the people quarreled with Moses and said, "Give us water to drink." Moses said to them, "Why do you quarrel with me? Why do you test Yahweh?" The people were thirsty for water there. So the people murmured against Moses and said, "Why have you brought us up out of Egypt to kill us, our children, and our livestock with thirst?" Moses cried to Yahweh, saying, "What shall I do with these people? They are almost ready to stone me." Yahweh said to Moses, "Walk on before the people, and take the elders of Israel with you, and take the rod in your hand with which you struck the Nile, and go 6. Behold, I will stand before you there on the rock in Horeb. You shall strike the rock, and water will come out of it, that the people may drink." Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel 7. He called the name of the place Massa and Meribah, because the children of Israel quarreled, and because they tested Yahweh, saying, "Is Yahweh among us or not?" Then Amalek came and fought with Israel in Rephidim 9. Moses said to Joshua, "Choose men for us and go out to fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with God's rod in my hand." 10. So Joshua did as Moses had told him and fought with Amalek. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. 11. When Moses held up his hand, Israel prevailed. When he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. 12. But Moses' hands were heavy, so they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. Aaron and Hur held up his hands, the one on the one side and the other on the other side. His hands were steady until sunset. 13. Joshua defeated Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. 14. Yahweh said to Moses, "Write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, that I will utterly blot out the memory of Amalek from under the sky." 15. Moses built an altar and called its name Yahweh Arbena. He said, "Yah swore, Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation." Now Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that God had done for Moses and for Israel his people, how Yahweh had brought Israel out of Egypt. To Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, received Zipporah, Moses' wife, after he had sent her away, 3 and her 2 sons. The name of one son was Gershom, for Moses said, "I have lived as a foreigner in a foreign land." 4. The name of the other was Eliezer, for he said, "My father's God was my help and delivered me from Pharaoh's sword." 5. Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with Moses' sons and his wife to Moses into the wilderness, where he was encamped at the mountain of God. 6. He said to Moses, "I, your father-in-law, Jethro, have come to you with your wife and her 2 sons with her." 7. Moses went out to meet his father-in-law and bowed and kissed him. They asked each other of their welfare, and they came into the tent. 8. Moses told his father-in-law all that Yahweh had done to Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel's sake, all the hardships that had come on them on the way, and how Yahweh delivered them. 9. Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness which Yahweh had done to Israel, in that he had delivered them out of the hand of the Egyptians. 10. Jethro said, "Blessed be Yahweh, who has delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians and out of the hand of Pharaoh, who has delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians." 11. I know that Yahweh is greater than all with Moses' father-in-law before God. 13 on the next day, Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood around Moses from the morning to the evening.
14 when Moses' father-in-law
saw all that he did to the people. He said, "What is this thing that you do for the people? Why do you sit alone and all the people stand around you from morning to evening?" 15 Moses said to his father-in-law, "Because the people come to me to inquire of God."
16
and they have a matter, they come to me, and I judge between a man and his neighbor, and I make them know the statutes of God
and his law.
17 Moses' father-in-law said to him, "The thing that you do is not good." 18 You will surely wear away both you and his people that is with you, for the thing is too heavy for you. You are not able to perform it yourself alone. 19 Listen now to my voice, I will give you counsel, and God be with you. You represent the people before God, and bring the causes to God. 20 You shall teach them the statutes and the law, and shall show them the way in which they must walk, and the work that they must do. 21 Moreover, you shall provide out of all the people able men which fear God, men of truth, hating unjust vain, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50, and rulers of 10. 20 See, let them judge the people at all times. It shall be that every great matter they shall bring to you, but every small matter they shall judge themselves. So shall it be easier for you, and they shall share the load with you. If you will do this thing, and God commands you so, then you will be able to endure, and all these people also will go to their place in peace. 24 So Moses listened to the voice of his father-in-law, and did all that he had said. 25 Moses chose able men out of all Israel, and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s. 26 They judged the people at all times. They brought the hard cases to Moses, but every small matter they judged themselves. 27 Moses that his father-in-law depart, and he went his way into his own land. In the 3rd month after the children of Israel had gone out of the land of Egypt, on that same day they came into the wilderness of Sinai. When they had departed from Rephidim and had come to the wilderness of Sinai, they encamped in the wilderness And there Israel encamped before the mountain. 3 Moses went up to God, and Yahweh called to him out of the mountain, saying, "This is what you shall tell the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel. For you have seen what I did to the Egyptians, and how I bore you on eagle's wings and brought you to myself. Now therefore, if you will indeed obey my voice and keep my covenant, then you shall be my own possession from among all peoples. For all the earth is mine, and you shall be to me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which you shall speak to the children of Israel." 7 Moses came and called for the elders of the people, and said before them all these words which Yahweh commanded him. 8
All the people answered together
and said, "All that Yahweh has spoken we will do." Moses reported the words of the people to Yahweh. 9 Yahweh said to Moses, "Behold, I come to you in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with you, and may also believe you forever." Moses told the words of the people to Yahweh. 10 Yahweh said to Moses, "Go to the people and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their garments." 11 And be ready for the 3rd day, for on the 3rd day Yahweh will come down in the sight of all the people on Mount Sinai. 12 You shall set bounds to the people all around, saying, "Be careful that you don't go up onto the mountain or touch its border. Whoever touches the mountain shall be surely put to death." 13 No hand shall touch him, but he shall surely be stoned or shot through. Whether it is animal or man, he shall not live. When the trumpet sounds long, they shall come up to the mountain. 14 Moses went down from the mountain to the people, and sanctified the people, and he washed their clothes. 15
He said to the people,
Be ready by the 3rd day,
don't have sexual relations
with the woman. On the 3rd day, when it was morning, there were thunders and lightnings, and a thick cloud on the mountain, and the sound of an exceedingly loud trumpet. And all the people who were in the camp trembled. 17 Moses led the people out of the camp to meet God, and they stood at the lower part of the mountain. 18 All of Mount Sinai smoked, because Yahweh descended on it in fire, and its smoke ascended like the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mountain quaked greatly. 19 When the sound of the trumpet grew louder and louder, Moses spoke, and God answered him by a voice. 20 Yahweh came down on Mount Sinai to the top of the mountain. Yahweh called Moses to the top of the mountain, and Moses went up.
21
Yahweh said to Moses, "Go down, warn the people lest they break through to Yahweh to gaze, and many of them perish."
22
Let the priests also, who come near to Yahweh,
sanctify themselves.
lest Yahweh break out on them.
23 Moses
Said to Yahweh, "The people can't come up to Mount Sinai,
for you warned us."
saying, "Set bounds around the mountain and sanctify it."
23 Moses
Get to him,
go down.
you shall bring Aaron up with you, but don't let the priests and the people break through to come up to Yahweh,
Lest he break out against them.
25 So Moses went down to the people,